is Kiss, and welcome back to KTB Network. Today I'm reacting to Dr. Disaster, Warner Bros. Games revenue craters. And only Hogwarts and Arkham can save them from being totally cooked. Alright, let's watch. Let's see what he has to say. Close the music.
What is up, Space Pirates? This is your Admiral, the endlessly edgy Dr. Disaster. And hey, quick question for everybody out there. I'm sure most of you will get the answer, but what do you think happens when a company puts all of their eggs into one basket, making a product that their customers have been telling them for years that they don't want?
What is this? What is this? Where's all the money?
Case in point, we have Warner Brothers Games, which churned out Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League last year, live service slop, which used Sweet Baby Inc. as a consultant in order to inject the game with identity politics nonsense. This was a game which anyone with even a cursory understanding of gamers and what they like could have told you was doomed to fail. There was nothing even remotely appealing about Suicide Squad.
Get that nasty shit out of my face!
And now, with that in mind, let me ask you another question, which I'm certain that you guys will know the answer to. But what do you think happens when that company stops making products and gets rid of the parts of the company which customers still get excited about?
I declare bankruptcy!
Yeah, it sounds like the sort of decision-making that only an absolute brainlet would make, and yet here we are. That is precisely what Warner is up to. They put all of their eggs in the Suicide Squad basket, and there is absolutely nothing coming out from their studios, in no small part due to the fact that they just nuked about a quarter of their studios since they lost so much money last year from Suicide Squad. And as a result of all this jackassery, it is now being reported that the revenue of the company for the first quarter of this year went down a staggering 48%. But hey, at least they made decisions to appease the modern audience.
Wow.
Those guys will carry them through these.
What an embarrassment. What the fuck? What in the starburst?
Troubled times, I'm sure, right?
I'm ruined.
I'm still here, guapo!
I have nothing left.
Someone who hasn't deserved our support, Warner Brothers Games, and they haven't gotten much
Ooh, I
support
like that
either.
cape.
A drop of 48% in revenue is fairly cataclysmic, and it really speaks to how poorly managed the gaming division at Warner has been run. There is nothing that has come out in the past year or so that would generate revenue. You think about all the IP that they have access to in the DC universe and all the past success they used to have with the likes of the Arkham games, and it is mind-boggling that they wouldn't have anything planned to come out during this past quarter. And when I look at the calendar of games coming out this year, I'm not really seeing anything from them there either. They were really banking on Suicide Squad being a big seller. They expected people to buy into this live service junk and pay them tons of money for their DLC outfits and shit like that. The worst part is that the wrong people, as usual, got fired for the failure of that game. Rocksteady, the people that made that game, they're still working, they're still doing their thing, but as we discussed earlier this year, Warner closed down Monolith and a few other studios, and Monolith was one of the few studios under the WB umbrella that has actually made anything in the past decade that was actually worth the shit. The Nemesis system in the Shadow of Mordor games was pretty damn good. The fact that there isn't a small army of games from Monolith from this past decade using that system is just a sign of gross mismanagement and would only come from the sort of idiots who would have greenlit a project like Suicide Squad. But let's
Actually makes sense. The two would correlate.
Read about the financial woes of this company in this article from that marketplace, link in the description. It says here, the crisis inside Warner Brothers Games has reached new depths. In its Q1 2025 financial report, Warner Brothers Discovery confirmed a staggering 48% decline in revenue from Warner Brothers Games, citing a lack of new releases and the long shadow of last year's disastrous Sweet Baby Inc. collab Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. What began as a major gamble on a live service superhero title has now rippled across the entire company, costing executives their jobs, shuttering long-standing studios, and calling into question the company's future in gaming. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, the failed live service game from Rocksteady Studios, continues to drag Warner Brothers down. The Warner Brothers Games and Rocksteady title reportedly lost the company $200 million, and with narrative direction steered heavily by Sweet Baby Inc., it was widely panned by fans and critics alike for its weak gameplay, divisive storytelling, and baffling treatment of iconic DC heroes. The company reported no major game releases in Q1 of 2025, which further amplified the damage. With no new content to offset the previous year's losses, Warner Brothers' game division was left floundering, while titles like Hogwarts Legacy and Mortal Kombat 1 continue to generate some revenue. They weren't enough to
And Mortal Kombat 1's ending wasn't even that good.
sustain the division's financial needs. And I'll say this, they are damn lucky. Warner Brothers is very lucky that they have the Harry Potter universe and that they had Hogwarts Legacy sales to supplement them. I will bet you that if they didn't have Hogwarts to prop them up, they'd be looking at way more than a 48% drop, because reportedly Hogwarts Legacy does continue to sell rather well, considering that it's a couple years old already. I wouldn't be surprised if they would have dropped somewhere closer to 75% without Hogwarts there to save them. It's curious to me, though, that they didn't close Rocksteady, that Warner Brothers didn't close Rocksteady in response to this past
It's the Kotaku of gaming.
year's failure
Like, like they're keeping them afloat for now.
with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. But we have heard
Actually, no. Naughty Dog is the Kotaku of gaming. The Rocksteady, I would say, is Polygon. And look at them.
continuous rumors of a new Arkham game being planned from them, considering their terrible approach to how they dealt with DC Universe characters. It's tough to get excited about this, and considering how much I love the old Arkham games, you can imagine how irritated I am to think of them further ruining the Arkhamverse. There's also rumblings that another Hogwarts Legacy game is in the works. They'd be crazy if that wasn't the case, but it sure seems like with no exciting games on the horizon, those are the baskets where Warner has put all of their eggs. But drop your mockery of Warner.
Drop your mockery. Dead. Let me know what you think about this video down in the comments below. Subscribe to that, man. Let me know what you think about this video down in the comments below. Let me know what other gaming videos you want me to react to. Like and subscribe if you vibe, become a beaut today. And I will see you guys in live streams and with more reaction videos, of course. Take care. Thanks for stopping by.